I would move to accept the report of the Rules Committee.
All in favor of accepting the Committee on Rules report signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The Committee on Rules report is before the House.
Can we now go to calendar number 44A, supplemental calendar, and take up just one bill, 999, Senator Larkin.
Calendar number 999 by Senator Larkin, print number 4124. The Secretary will read.
Calendar number 999 by Senator Larkin, Senate Print 4124, enacted on the Retirement Social Security Law.
Read the last section.
Section 3, this act should take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, D. Francisco, Flanagan, Klein, Livett, Stewart, Cousins, Young.
Senator Larkin to explain his vote.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. We come again to this chamber for the third time in 2 years. This bill passed twice last year, bipartisan. This year it's bipartisan again. It was vetoed by the governor. Just think about it. 2 months ago, 49 members of the armed forces were shot and killed in Afghanistan. Afghanistan isn't on the contract for those to be awarded credits. Their family could have gotten something from it. But here's what we're saying. The mayor of the city of New York runs Albany because he wrote a 4-page letter and said, this is not going to happen, we can't do this. And then he turned around and spent $19 million. I don't care what the city of New York says through the mayor. What I care about is the vote from you in this room. And I'm very disappointed that there's a lot of people not here. But I bet they were out shaking the flag on Memorial Day. Look at what I think about you with the armed forces. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, and I hope you're listening. Doesn't matter whether you were called to active duty during wartime. You answered the call of your government. These are all volunteers. They're not drafted. Every one of them that we're talking about. To please some of them, we're taking to Tier 6. They're going to pay 6%. All of the rest will pay the 3%. And let's think about it. A lot of those young people, they're not retiring tomorrow or next week. They're going to wait a while till they get some time beside them and get it. I hope those of you who refuse to honor the people here of the armed forces by staying away. Are you afraid? Who are you afraid of? Are you afraid of the people who stood up for you and took the battle? Some in combat, some not. But all you got to say is, who comes first? The men and women of the armed forces, or someone trying to promote himself higher in the chain of command someplace? I want to tell you, I thank everybody who stayed here and sat here tonight and will vote for the men of the armed forces. Because you think about it. Maybe you didn't get in the battle today, but tomorrow you may. And how the hell can you sit here and not give any respect to these men of the armed forces? I don't know how you sleep at night, but I'll tell you I'll sleep because I've been there. And I know many of you here that are listening to me have heard it before. And I don't mean to be grouchy, but this past weekend a lot of us attended memorial services. A Marine unit ran from Albany to Goshen, New York. 49 members of that unit were killed in one day in Afghanistan 2 months ago. But they're not covered because Afghanistan isn't in the war zone as far as they're concerned. Somebody in the White House made a determination they ought to go over there and watch sometime. I thank everybody here who's all of the co-sponsors. I wish everyone else who didn't sign on it, get on it. And I thank you. And I can tell you from last Saturday's retirement parade and graduation at West Point, many of the cadets that were here for West Point Day came up to me and said, will you tell the senators that were there that we appreciate the honor they bestowed upon us? Do you realize that all of the combat arms that graduated Saturday will be in combat by the 1st of September. May God watch over them.
Senator Larkin to be recorded in the affirmative. Senator DeFrancisco to explain his vote.
Yes, I think this bill passed unanimously the last time through. And I think there's something I learned in civics class a few years ago, that if the governor vetoes a bill can be the veto can be overridden by 2/3 vote. So I think that the legislators should be commended for continuing to pass this bill. And I've got an idea. When the bill is vetoed, we bring it up for an override of the veto. And then the only reason this bill has not passed will be overcome from a rule from basic civics class many, many moons ago. And that's what I would suggest. I vote aye.
Senator DeFrancisco to be recorded in the affirmative. Announce the results.
Aye, 60.
The bill is passed. Senator DeFrancisco, that completes the non-controversial reading of the supplemental active list.
Is there any further business at the desk?
There is no further business before the desk.
In that case, I would move that we adjourn until tomorrow morning, yes, at 11 o'clock. That's May 28th.
On motion, the Senate will stand adjourned until Thursday, May 28th at 11 a.m. The Senate is adjourned.
5 more, lady.